in Ukabu. They just murdered over 10 people. Innocent Christians. On Palm Sunday. Tinubu, where are you? As your people are slaughtered in the night.
Former presidential media aide Bashir Ahmad is pushing for the Nigerian government to deport Alex Barbir, a humanitarian worker and missionary from America. In a series of posts he shared on X, Bashir Ahmad accused Alex Babier of taking advantage of Nigeria's vulnerable security situation to spread hate and incite violence in the Middle Belt region of the country. The aide to former President Muhammadu Buhari is not alone. Sheikh Gumi, a well-known terrorist sympathiser, has been calling on the Nigerian security agencies to arrest Alex Babier. According to Gumi, Alex Babier is not who he claims to be. The Islamic cleric accused Babier of being a covert CIA agent who is hiding under the Missionary and Humanitarian tag to spread hate in Plateau State. Who is Alex Babier? Why is Bashir Ahmad and Sheikh Gumi so enraged about the work he is doing in Nigeria?
If you have no right to live, what right do you have? And how long will we tolerate this? My heart is with you, that's why I'm here. Yes. If there is no killing, if there is no injustice, I wouldn't be speaking now. It pains me and it's shameful that I even have to speak. And they want me to be silent. They want me to not talk about what is happening. I would rather die than be silent. Yes.
Hello everyone, welcome. It's Tickled here for African Glitz.
Are you a spy for the US government? Are you in Nigeria to sow seed of discord to create? Some people have alleged that you're one of the people arming the terrorists in Nigeria.
I heard supposedly I trained ISIS in Syria. They said it was confirmed.
Yes.
I'm confirmed. Blackwater training ISIS in Syria. Show me the confirmation. Because the reality is a lot of these Muslims who are the ones who are sympathizing with terrorists, are terrorists themselves, are the ones who are speaking out against me. That's the truth. They're the very ones who are saying, it's been confirmed, he trains ISIS. Show me your confirmation. Not with AI. Show me the confirmation. Where are you finding such information?
Alex Babier is a young American faith-driven activist who uses his organization to deliver direct humanitarian relief and raise awareness of Christian persecution worldwide. The 28-year-old missionary hailing from Georgia is the founder of Building Zion, an organization with a mission to bring hope to the persecuted through construction projects that meet the basic needs of underprivileged people, including shelter, churches, schools, and clean water. Like any faith-based humanitarian organization, Building Zion has the ultimate goal of winning as many souls to Christ. With impact spanning 7 nations including Nicaragua, Nigeria, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Guatemala, Kenya, Sudan, and Burundi, Alex Babier has overseen the construction of many churches, homes, and boreholes, especially in remote local locations. Alex first made a name for himself as a standout athlete through his high school and university days before leveraging his reputation to transition into the humanitarian sector.
My life is public. You can see that I grew up playing soccer. I started playing football. I played football at Penn State University. I played football at Liberty University. I graduated from Liberty. I'm actually still completing 2 masters in theology and apologetics from Liberty University.
Although he runs Building Zion, Alex Babier also operates under the logistical and financial umbrella of Equipping the Persecuted, ETP, an American NGO led by Jude Saul. ETP provides the infrastructure, specialized security equipment, and global fundraising reach that allows Alex to conduct boots-on-the-ground operations in Nigeria's Middle Belt. While foreign missionaries and humanitarian workers are running from Nigeria, especially the Middle Belt region, Alex Babier rolled up his sleeves and has been on site in the most dangerous and persecuted region in Nigeria. Since April 2025, the humanitarian doctor has been in Plateau State, moving from village to village, preaching the gospel and providing humanitarian aid to Christians who are being persecuted by Fulani terrorists. On his X and Instagram page, Babier has never been afraid to call out the Nigerian government for neglecting its people in the Middle Belt region, knowing they are being slaughtered every other day.
You are talking of 36 houses, the best of my knowledge. The last time I was there, he raised 18 uncompleted 18 houses that he had.
You know that it's been more than 18 homes. If you've been to Yelwada, you know that the work has been ongoing for months. And at this point, dozens and dozens of homes have been completed. But then you want to tell the news and you want to lie and try to discredit the very work that you yourself refused to do. For 6 months, the government had the funds to do rebuilding, to be able to help the people. And it wasn't done. You sat on the money that was supposed to go to the ones who lost their families, who were massacred in the night, who now have no home. And you chose to do nothing. And we do what you guys refuse to do. And your choice is not to uplift and to praise, but to spit on what we have done.
I don't know who gave him 300 billion projects to build market. It's laughable. We don't have such.
Mr. Kunde, you say that you have no clue who talked about a 300 million market. Yet it was your own words. Tell the truth. I have the messages. They're right here. You sent the video. You told me the figures of what this market that was proposed will cost. And I rejected it and I said no. I said from the very beginning when I came to SEMA, when I came to the Benue government, I'm here to rebuild Yelwada, the homes and the market. And the response was the government has a plan. Please, we will do the market. You can do the homes, we will do the market. You rejected my intervention because of your plans. And your plans, based on the messages, was a 300 million market in which no village in Nigeria has. Not one village has this market. And so I ask you, why are you proposing such a monstrously expensive village? Which we can't even find this in Nigeria. The people just want to go home. They just want to survive. They just want to live in peace. They will take anything, even if it's 500,000 naira, whatever it is, to be able to help them. And instead of using what you have to go and help immediately, to run into the fire to help your own people, you are going to sit back and then do nothing because of your 300 million market. I ask you, Mr. Kunde, today, have you built the market? Where are the funds for the market? Where are the funds that have been donated for Yelwada? Where are they?
Missionary shares live photos and videos of the bloody massacre happening in this region. Alex Barbir doesn't stop here. He raises funds to rebuild destroyed villages in the regions. Alex Barbir first got noticed in January of 2026 after sharing a video testimony exposing what he described as genocide in Nigeria, while documenting his work rebuilding homes for survivors of attacks in war-torn communities.
There's no word that I can tell you that will change this. There's no word that I can tell you that will take away your pain. There's nothing that I can say or do that will take away your grief. I can't change this. What I can promise you is that I would rather die standing for truth than sitting in America while my people are oppressed, while my brothers and sisters are persecuted and massacred, while the world is just watching. If something happens in Yelwada after this rebuilding, the government is liable. The blood is on your hands. We've come in good faith, with good heart, to help the people, to rebuild where nobody is helping. But you are responsible to secure your own people. And there's security here now, but we can't see that they leave in 1 month or 2 months. I can't come back and see that Yelwada has been burned and killed again. If it happens, you are liable. It is your job to protect them. And so I challenge you, I beg you, do your job.
In February of 2026, he released a video exposing alleged government corruption, lamenting that officials inflated the cost of a market rebuilding project from 60 million naira to 300 million naira. He was reportedly detained for 48 hours in Yelwada during this period. Precisely on March 7, 2026, he publicly accused Benue Governor Hyacinth Alia of ignoring a Christian genocide in the state, presenting his receipts and documented evidence.
Governor Alia, you claim to be a priest, a reverend, a shepherd to the Christian flock. Yet which shepherd allows his own sheep to be slaughtered? Which shepherd doesn't use his rod and his staff to guide, to protect his own sheep? You yourself to the world said that in my state of Benue, there is no religious, ethnic, racial, national, or state genocide. You directly reject the truth of what is happening all across Nigeria. And just yesterday, they massacred 12 more Christians in Turan of Kwande. Where are you? Why is there no security defending your people? Why is there no security taking back the land that has been stolen by terrorists for years and years and years? You sit in your governmental home while your own people are being killed. You reject the reality of what they are dealing with. I ask you, Governor Aliyah, where are you? Where is this supposed reverend and priest that should be the one who is defending his flock, who's protecting them from the wolves? Instead, you cast them to the wolves. As a fellow Christian, I have the right biblically to judge those in the church. And you yourself declare yourself to be a shepherd. Yet you have denied Christ by your actions. You've denied Christ on how you have allowed your people to be killed. Governor Aliyah, I implore you, I beg you, I urge you, if you are truly a reverend and a priest, let it be shown in your actions. You fear your leaders more than you fear the Holy God. And the Holy God preaches that for those who fail to give justice, judgment is awaiting. I will be in Gwer West, I will be in Kwande, and we will rebuild. But it is your duty to send the military, to send the police, to send civil defense. Defend your own land from the terrorists who have taken Benue under siege. This killing cannot go on. It must stop.
Finally, on March 30th, 2026, following the aftermath of the tragic Palm Sunday attack that took place on March 29 in Jos Plateau State, erasing the lives of over 20 people, Babier released an inflammatory video directly challenging President Bola Tinubu's silence and inaction.
Tinubu, where are you? As your people are slaughtered in the night, as you sit in Aso Rock and you do absolutely nothing, you allow your people to be killed again and again and again and again. When will it stop? When will you hear the cries of Nigerians, of Christians? You can no longer deny genocide. They're being slaughtered.
Alex is no longer just a humanitarian worker. His long stay in Plateau State has made him an eyewitness to these crimes against humanity, and he could not take it any longer. While speaking with News Central on April 1, 2026, the young humanitarian revealed that there is no time he is in Nigeria that he doesn't experience killing.
When I first arrived in Nigeria, I arrived to ambushes in Miango, people being killed right by military barracks and checkpoints. Ezekiel was burned and 50 people killed. Since my time in Nigeria, I cannot come here and not experience killing.
He lamented about a village that was burnt with 60 people killed. Babier then addressed questions about why he was the first to arrive at the scene of the Palm Sunday massacre.
People ask, how was I so quick to go to the scene there in Jos? When people are massacred 10 minutes from your hotel, it doesn't take long to go. I could walk to the scene. And so we see killing.
So you walked there. Are you not afraid that you could be killed as well?
I drove, but I had no fear because I knew that at that point, Christians were there. The Muslims that came in, they had killed those people there innocently. And I knew that the scene was still tense, but it was calm because I knew that if something were to happen, you have 500 Christians sitting there together, we'll be unified.
Babier wondered when the Nigerian government would realize that the terrorism it faces is actually a war on the country and not random criminality. According to him, the scale of the attacks is well coordinated, indicating a breach in the Nigerian security forces.
That attack in unison, countless villages all at the same time. This is not just some random criminality if someone decides to take their gun that they have with a shotgun, whatever it is, and go to a village and just kill somebody. This is war being waged on people.
Alex Babier has not been working alone. The young humanitarian has been working closely with Apostle Dachomo, another powerful voice speaking against the Christian genocide ongoing in the Plateau State. Make no mistake, Alex Babier's work is not strictly restricted to regions experiencing Christian genocide. He extends his humanitarian efforts even to places where Muslims are affected. Right now, people are being massacred across Nigeria, even in Kwara. I was inquired to build Oworo village 3 weeks ago. That's why I came to Nigeria, to rebuild primarily for Muslims, he explained.
If there's no war in Nigeria, what is happening? In every state, you have security forces deployed everywhere. In every state, you have people that are being killed, both Christian and Muslim. And if that's not war, what is war? War is at home right now in Nigeria. Forget talking about anywhere else in the world or Iran or the Middle East. Right now, people are being massacred across Nigeria. Even in Kwara. I was in Kwara to go rebuild Woro village 3 weeks ago. That's why I came to Nigeria. To rebuild for primarily Muslims. The chairman, the governor, and security forces, they said no. They said it's a little bit too risky for you right now to build. I haven't heard from them.
Despite putting his life on the line to help victims of Fulani herdsmen attacks and Christian genocide, Alex Barbir's mission in Nigeria has become a source of deep controversy and is viewed as a strategic deception designed to sow national division.
I've been to the places that people are massacred. I've been to the places where there's blood splattered on their walls, there's blood splattered on rocks. I've heard the cries. I've seen the burnt buildings all across Nigeria, not just one small place. And I've had conversations with the actual people, not the big men, the big leaders, the presidents, the people who have comfort and have everything they want, but the ones on the ground. And every single one of them says genocide. Every single one of them says people are being slaughtered in mass for their faith because they are Christians. It's not just some conflict between herders and farmers. It's not a clash. A clash means there's two people with weapons that are fighting each other. There's no clash. It's one group of people exterminating Christians. And so I invite these people to actually come to the village, come to the places that attacks are happening. Because below my feet here, these are human bones. These are the remains of a child's leg that I'm standing in. And so this is the evidence. This is the evidence of what is going on in Nigeria. It's not what the leaders say. It's not what the president says. It's not what the governor says. It's not what news outlets say. But it's these very bones. These bones speak. If you have no right to breathe, what right do you have? No right. While people are fighting for elections and painting vans of Tinubu and everybody's worrying about APC, PDP, DPD, you are being killed. At what point will the people care about life? Islam says that I should be arrested by DSS. They say, how can this person come here and speak? How can this person be allowed into Nigeria? Can I tell you, the only reason I'm here is because you guys are being killed. Yeah. And right now, the Nigerian Christians do not have a voice. You are being silenced, and you are expected to comply with injustice. But the Lord does not only reserve justice for heaven. Justice is not only reserved for when Jesus comes back. Yes. Justice has called Christians to establish justice on this earth. Justice here now. And now. Yes, now. Not in 5 years.
While many people say that his outrage is selective, given to Christian over Muslims, many others have accused the Humanitarian of inciting religious tensions that can further destabilize the nation, making the work of local peace builders and military operatives ineffective. One such person is former presidential media aide Bashir Ahmad, who has been calling on the Nigerian authorities to take lawful steps to investigate, apprehend, and where necessary, make Alex Barbir accountable for spreading hate and violence against Nigerians of diverse backgrounds. After weeks of making this call, Ahmed announced on April 1, 2026 that Alex Barbir has been ordered to leave Nigeria. According to the former presidential aide, Barbir has been compromising Nigeria's peace and unity since he arrived in the country. This announcement sparked a response from Barbir, who hinted that no authority has asked him to vacate Nigeria. Which reliable source? Freely confirm to my face, stop lying from your butt. DSS in fact are the ones securing me from the likes of evil men like you, the Humanitarian confirmed. But Bashir Ahmad insisted that the order had indeed been made. Don't worry, Alex. The directive will reach you, and you won't just leave without being held responsible for what you have caused. Nigeria isn't a no man's land, he wrote.
Gumi is posting about me. Bashir Ahmad is posting about me. When have they condemned the killings? They haven't talked about me rebuilding villages. They haven't talked about me drilling boreholes. But then when I speak out against pure evil and terror, where innocent people are slaughtered, then all of a sudden Gumi comes from his grave.
Bashir Ahmad also added that, I watched a video where Alex Barbir mentioned my name, saying that I have been talking about him online. Yes, I have called you out. When individuals choose to use their platforms for unguided utterances that risk worsening our already fragile unity and divided society, it becomes necessary for us to speak up and call them out. Public influence should be used to build, not to divide. Alex Babier insisted that there is no unity in Nigeria and the soil is soaked with the blood of innocent Nigerians. Tell the Kwara governor to allow me to rebuild Waro as I was rejected to build for Muslims 2 weeks ago, he further fired. Bashir Ahmad is not alone. Sheikh Gumi have also been calling for the arrest of the young humanitarian. Sheikh Gumi accused Babier of being a CIA agent whose aim is to further destabilize Nigeria. Gumi has been calling for the arrest of Babier, insisting that he face the law for inciting hate, but Babier is not fazed at all. In a post on X, he wrote, "Grateful to have upset Bashir and Gumi. Clearly, when the evil of Muslims massacring Christians are exposed and brought to the world, the terrorists and their sympathizers don't like this. Light will purge the darkness and this evil won't reign in Nigeria forever." Sheikh Gumi and Ahmed Bashir's post against Alex Babier have indeed caused an eruption. Many people have been defending the young humanitarian online, urging Ahmed and Gumi to tell the Nigerian government to do its job of securing lives and properties. Apostle Ezekiel Lachomo has especially warned Gumi that if anything happens to Alex Babier, he will never be at peace. Surprisingly, Alex Babier left Nigeria on April 2nd, 2026. In a post on X, he announced his exit, to which Bashir Ahmad replied sharply, "You didn't just leave willingly. You left because you were ordered by the authorities to leave immediately. Alex, we know you came to Nigeria with a clear mission to ignite anarchy by setting us against each other. Good riddance." What do you think of Sheikh Gumi and Bashir Ahmad ganging up against the young humanitarian? Should they put those efforts instead into telling the government to do its job? Do you think Alex Babier is inciting violence in Nigeria by raising an alarm about the avoidable killings? Now that he has left Nigeria, will the killings stop or will the awareness be suppressed?
Another essay, an aide to President Tinubu, declared on TVC News that I was deported, that my visa was revoked. She cited no evidence, there was no documentation, there was no alert to the embassy. Nothing was said and nothing was done. This is the first time that I'm hearing this. And the reality is that it was DSS that was literally protecting my life from evil people in Nigeria. They were ordered by the government to ensure that nothing would happen to me. Because I speak truth in power, because I actually go to the communities and I help the people that are oppressed, the ones that are suffering, because I'm doing the job that the government is not doing, they want to silence my voice. And I tell you, nothing will silence me. It is my duty to speak truth. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter how you come against me, no matter what lie you say, you will never silence me. As Muslims are calling for my arrest for speaking out on what the truth is of what's happening in Nigeria, Gumi, the known terrorist, walks free. No Muslims are calling for the arrest of terrorists in Nigeria, but the one who comes to speak truth, they want to be arrested, they want to be deported. Even if you are to deport me at any point, the voice will never be silenced. Truth will prevail. I stand for goodness, I stand for righteousness, I stand for justice. And those are the things that any government, any country should rest upon. Even 2 hours before my flight, I was at News Central in Abuja doing a live interview. Where was the deportation? Did they deport me to the news office? I purchased a round-trip flight a month before I came to Nigeria, and I have evidence of that. I've even posted it on X for people to see. My flight was from March 10th to April 1st. And I have countless texts between my partners and other people on WhatsApp that I'm also posting here in this video for you to see that my flight and my trip was pre-planned in advance from March 10th through April 1st. No government told me to leave, no official told me to leave, and you certainly did not tell me to leave. I've never heard of you, I don't know who you are, my friends don't know you, other people in power don't know you, yet you're on the news, you're spewing lies. and it's evil. It's wicked. And at the end of the day, this shows the integrity of Nigerian officials. If officials will go to the public and they will directly lie with no shame, boldly declare lies to the people, both domestic and international, what does that say about the people who are in power? You don't declare for Gumi to be expelled. Even though Saudi Arabia, the capital of Islam in the world, declared that Gumi would not enter, that he was deported, yet you allow him to be free in your country, but you call for me to be arrested. Nigerians are waking up. You may have been able to lie in the past and win, but that time is no more. Lies and evil will not prevail in Nigeria. Not for Christians, not for Muslims, not for any person who is oppressed, not for any person who is killed, not for any person who is dealt injustice by the hands of the government. My heart is that Nigeria would be free from oppression, that people would be able to live in peace. I don't care what you believe. Nobody should be under threat of death every single night. That their village would be burned, that their children would be cut to pieces. I don't care if you're Muslim, if you're Hindu, if you're Buddhist, if you're Christian, if you reject any God at all, I don't care. You should be able to live in peace. And I stand for this, especially because as a Christian, we are called to stand for the oppressed. We are called to be the voice of the voiceless. And if doing these such things is a crime, I'm guilty as charged. Even if you succeed that I would never step foot into Nigeria again, the seeds of my voice have been planted. And I know that the Lord will water them, and that goodness will spring forth. And as the Lord talks about, that justice would flow. You can't stop that. You may be able to stop me from coming to a country, but you cannot stop the Lord. The Lord is above you. And at the end of the day, the Lord controls your future. The wicked and the evil will perish.
Let's go to the comment section to share our opinion. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it so it can reach the right people. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can be notified every time we upload a new video. Thanks for watching. It's Tico here, and I'll see you again soon.